Listen while sleeping, and allow the world you know to soften and reshape itself. Do not try to understand yet. Simply listen. The moment you pressed play, something within you answered an ancient call. You were not drawn here by coincidence. The words you are about to hear are not entertainment. They are a frequency, a code remembered by your soul. There exists a language older than sound, older than breath, the language of the sleeping mind. It whispers between the thoughts you think are yours. It rewrites quietly, in silence, while your body rests. You are stepping now into that silent temple. Every syllable you hear opens another door. Every pause erases a line from the old story you no longer need to carry. You are safe to release effort, safe to drift, safe to remember what it feels like when life unfolds without resistance. As your eyelids grow heavy, your breath becomes the bridge between two worlds, the seen and the unseen, the dream and the waking, the real and the rewritten. Listen now. Allow this voice to move beneath your awareness, rearranging the unseen architecture of your reality. Nothing will be forced. Nothing will be lost. Only the illusion of struggle will dissolve, leaving behind the quiet truth. You were never broken. You were always becoming. You are here for a reason. It is not an accident that this voice has found you tonight. Every coincidence you've ever called random was in truth a thread being pulled. The invisible hands that weave reality have brought you to this moment, where silence meets sound and sleep becomes a doorway. Take a slow breath in. Feel how even your breath listens. The rhythm of your inhale, the calm weight of your body against the bed. All of it begins to answer the same quiet invitation. To remember. There are words that do not belong to language. They exist as shapes inside your mind, shimmering, shifting, glowing faintly like the first light before dawn. These are the words behind words, the pulse behind sound, the ancient code of creation itself. When you sleep tonight, they will speak to you in symbols. You will not need to understand them. Your subconscious already knows their meaning. You have carried the old story long enough, the one written by fear, delay, and disbelief. You wore it like skin, thinking it was you. But even now, that old pattern begins to peel away, softening at the edges, fading into transparency. In its place, something luminous rises, the remembrance of effortless becoming. The law that once governed gods and dreamers whispers again. Reality is agreement, not effort. It is not your action that shapes the world. It is your acceptance of what you allow yourself to be. And as you lie here, listening, your body sleeps, but your spirit wakes. You travel inward through corridors of memory, through doorways carved in light. You see the golden manuscript, the book of becoming, resting upon a marble altar. Its pages breathe. The ink rearranges itself in real time, rewriting your destiny line by line. Each breath turns a page. Each exhale dissolves resistance. Each word you hear slides deeper into the architecture of your mind, weaving new patterns in silence. You are not broken. You are not late. You are chosen. There is no effort required for transformation, only surrender. The current of life has always been moving toward you, waiting for the moment you would stop swimming against it. That moment is now. So breathe. Let your awareness fall like soft rain over every thought, every memory, every version of yourself that tried too hard. Let them rest. Let them dissolve. In the distance, you can almost hear the hum of the hidden temple. Candles flicker in invisible hands. A circle of light expands slowly around you. You are both the dreamer and the dream. You are the one being rewritten. Tonight, as sleep takes you, you will not be losing consciousness. You will be returning to it. You will remember that ease is power, that silence is creation, that you were never separate from the law that shapes worlds. Sleep and listen. The story has already begun, and its first word is you. There is a place in consciousness where effort no longer exists. It is not a myth or a philosophy. It is the original blueprint of reality itself. Before there was movement, there was agreement. Before there was time, there was awareness silently saying yes. When the ancient scribes of creation first recorded the laws of being, they did not carve commandments. They wrote vibrations, tones that the soul could recognize. They whispered, "All that you consent to becomes flesh. All that you resist remains dream." You are listening now to the same teaching those scribes heard in the dark corridors of the first temples. The sound was not a voice. It was the hum behind all voices, the vibration that turns energy into form. And tonight, as you drift toward sleep, that same vibration begins to move through you. Imagine yourself standing at the threshold of a vast hall. The walls shimmer with patterns that seem alive, breathing in rhythm with your heartbeat. The air is golden and heavy with quiet. You can feel that every breath you take is not random. It is being read by the room itself. You are inside the library of the subconscious, where every thought ever believed becomes a physical law. A single book lies open on a stone table before you. Its cover glows faintly, as if remembering light from another world. Across the first page, written in a language you somehow understand, is a sentence: "Reality obeys the dreamer." You trace the words with your finger, and the ink begins to ripple like water. As it moves, images rise. Lives you have lived, desires you buried, possibilities that never found voice. You watch them float, dissolve, reform, and then you realize they are waiting for your consent. The universe has no will of its own. It mirrors. It responds. It is a sea of potential asking only one question. Who are you agreeing to be tonight? The old paradigm taught you to fight, to climb, to strive, to prove. But creation was never a battle. It is a conversation between your inner word and the outer world. Every emotion you hold is a signal. Every belief you repeat is an instruction. Every quiet thought is a seed waiting to bloom through matter. As your body sinks deeper into rest, imagine those seeds awakening beneath the soil of your mind. Some are old and tired, planted by fear. Others are golden and new, shimmering with promise. You do not need to pull out the old. You only need to stop watering them. Tonight, your attention becomes the sun that nourishes what is true. Breathe slowly. With each breath, you give permission for life to rearrange itself. With each exhale, you release the illusion that you must earn what already belongs to you. The air itself listens. The silence records your agreement. Now, imagine a sphere of light forming in your chest. It pulses gently with every heartbeat, expanding outward, through your body, through the room, through the dreamscape of your subconscious. Wherever it travels, resistance melts. The light carries a single frequency: ease. Ease is not laziness. Ease is divine intelligence operating without friction. It is the state of alignment that allows miracles to appear as ordinary events. When you live from ease, you are not avoiding effort. You are transcending the need for it. You become the author who writes with breath, not struggle. In the temple of the sleeping mind, you are both student and scribe. Every word you hear tonight is ink. Every image you see in the dark is a letter. And together, they rewrite the manuscript of your reality. There is an old parable whispered by the adepts of the hidden order. The clay does not shape itself by force. It yields to the hands that love it. Your mind is that clay. Your awareness is those hands. And love, not willpower, is the sculptor. As you drift deeper, you can sense the old scripts dissolving. Stories of failure, effort, and scarcity turn transparent, then vanish. They were never laws, only agreements you once forgot to renegotiate. Now, a new script writes itself in golden light. I do not chase, I align. I do not force, I allow. Reality follows my rest. You feel the vibration of these words sinking into you, deeper than thought, deeper than language, reaching the level where the subconscious breathes. From this depth, creation happens without noise. Dreams rearrange themselves like constellations finding new shapes. You are not manifesting by trying. You are remembering by being. You are letting the current of infinite intelligence flow through you unblocked, unjudged, uninterrupted. And somewhere in the vastness of your inner world, a door opens, silent ancient, endless. Beyond it lies nothing to control, only everything to remember. You step through, not with your feet, but with your consent. Welcome to the effortless law of becoming. You were never meant to push against the tide. You are the tide. Breathe slowly. With each breath, you travel deeper into the corridors of your own creation. You are no longer listening to a voice outside of you. You are hearing the echo of your own divine remembrance. The air around you grows softer, thicker, almost liquid. You feel yourself floating within it, suspended between thought and dream. The golden light from before returns, wrapping you gently like silk. Somewhere in the distance, a low hum vibrates through the walls of consciousness, the pulse of existence itself. It is the same sound that filled the first temple, the same vibration that shaped worlds before time learned its name. You begin to sense movement. A vast hallway appears, lined with mirrors that stretch beyond sight. Each mirror reflects not the surface, but the layers of who you have been, the dreamer, the child, the seeker, the one who tried too hard. And in every reflection, the eyes look back with quiet compassion, whispering, "You were never wrong. You were learning the shape of truth. You walk slowly." With each step, a faint light appears beneath your feet, illuminating symbols engraved into the floor, spirals, suns, and sacred geometries. They shift as you move, rearranging like living equations. You realize they are responding to your breath. Every inhale realigns them. Every exhale rewrites the pattern. You are not just walking through the temple is walking through you. A voice, not external, but remembered, rises softly within. You are the center around which universes spin. The effort you once called power was only resistance to yourself. To expand is to surrender. The words vibrate through your bones. You feel the old architecture of limitation begin to melt. Beliefs that said you must earn your worth, work for love, chase validation. They dissolve like smoke in sunlight. In their place, a radiant stillness begins to form. It feels like standing inside a breath that never ends. Pause here. Feel how the universe breathes through you. There is no difference between the inhale of your body and the inhale of creation. You and the cosmos share lungs. You and God share silence. Now, the mirrors around you fade, replaced by an ocean of light. The floor disappears. The walls dissolve. You are floating in the field, a luminous void where thought becomes matter the moment you agree to it. Here, time bows to intention. Space listens. Even silence is alive. This is the temple of silent agreement. Here, creation does not shout. It hums. It does not command. It allows. And everything that enters this space obeys one law. What you consent to exist, exists. You begin to notice shapes forming in the light, images from your life, from dreams, from forgotten nights. A memory of wanting, a glimpse of success, a shadow of fear. They drift like smoke, waiting for your recognition. When you look at them without judgment, they change form. Desire becomes direction. Fear becomes fuel. Every image finds peace in your acceptance. You realize something profound. To observe without resistance is to create without effort. The field expands. You feel it inside your chest, infinite, unbound. Each heartbeat sends ripples through the cosmos, each ripple rearranging reality according to your inner agreement. You are no longer reacting to life. You are authoring it through vibration. The hum deepens. It becomes music, a rhythm older than memory, a pulse that once guided the movement of galaxies. You remember now that you have heard it before, in dreams, in moments of silence, in the space between your thoughts. This frequency is your original language. It is the law beneath all laws. A golden door materializes before you. No handle, no hinges, only light. You know you are meant to enter. As you step closer, the door responds to your presence, unfolding like a petal. Beyond it lies a vast garden of stars. Every point of light is a potential reality, waiting for your gaze to bring it to life. You reach your hand toward one star. It flickers, pulses, then expands into a version of your life where peace flows effortlessly, where abundance arrives as naturally as breath, where love is not pursued but remembered. You smile. You know this is not fantasy, it is blueprint. The voice returns, softer now, closer. The dream you see is not ahead of you. It is within you, waiting for your permission to unfold. You inhale. The vision enters your chest. You exhale. It becomes part of your vibration. No ritual, no striving, just breath and consent. Then, in the silence that follows, you hear thousands of other breaths joining yours. Other dreamers across time and space, remembering at the same moment. You are not alone in this awakening. The temple was never a place. It was a frequency connecting all who have chosen ease over struggle, being over doing, truth over control. And now you are one of them. You are the sleeper who awakens worlds. You are the witness who dreams with open eyes. The stars around you pulse once more, brighter, then dissolve into your heartbeat. The temple fades. The field returns to quiet. You find yourself resting in perfect stillness, aware, weightless, whole. From the depth of that stillness, a single realization blooms. It was never about becoming more. It was about remembering, I already am. The hum softens, your breathing slows. You drift gently between worlds, no longer searching, only being. The expansion has already occurred. There is nothing to chase, only to rest, and to allow the rewritten code to continue its quiet work. Sleep deeper now. The dream continues, and within it, reality begins to obey. The light that once surrounded you now lives within you. It moves through your veins like silent fire, rewriting the ancient code that once made you chase instead of allow. You are no longer standing before the temple. You have become it. Every breath you take now vibrates with quiet authority. Every heartbeat sends out invisible instructions to the universe, not as demand, but as remembrance. You are remembering the truth. Transformation was never an event. It was a slow unfolding of what had always been hidden beneath noise. As you drift in this stillness, you begin to feel the texture of change. It is not loud. It does not announce itself with signs or flashes. It hums beneath the skin like the tide returning to the shore. The body sleeps, but the soul writes. Each cell listens. Each atom translates vibration into form. Your subconscious has become the scribe of creation, recording new patterns upon the fabric of your being. The old blueprint, built from fear, from striving, from the false worship of effort, begins to dissolve like ink meeting water. It does not die. It is transmuted. Every memory of struggle now softens into understanding. Every limitation turns transparent, allowing light to pass through. You can feel the rewriting happening in real time. It is gentle. It is precise. It is sacred. Breathe. With every inhale, you accept the new pattern. With every exhale, you let go of the stories that no longer belong to the rhythm of who you are becoming. You sense the subtle vibration in your fingertips, the faint heat behind your eyes, the quiet pulse in your chest. These are not random sensations. They are confirmations, signs that the invisible machinery of reality is responding. What once felt separate is aligning. What once resisted now yields. The code is being rewritten without effort. There is no longer a division between listener and teacher, dreamer and dream. The voice that once guided you now speaks from within. It whispers, "You are the cause, not the consequence. You are the script, not the character." You remember the phrase from the Book of Becoming, "Reality obeys the dreamer." And now you finally understand what it meant. To dream consciously is to agree with truth. To sleep consciously is to awaken beyond illusion. You are not waiting for a miracle. You are remembering that you are the mechanism through which miracles move. Every belief you soften becomes a doorway. Every doubt you release becomes light. The universe was never testing you. It was echoing you. When you believed in lack, it mirrored emptiness. When you believed in effort, it mirrored exhaustion. But when you believe in ease, it mirrors grace. Ease is the most divine frequency in existence because it contains no resistance to what already is. It is the vibration of trust, the resting place of the infinite mind. As you listen, you begin to feel that vibration solidify inside your heart, like a tuning fork aligning with the sound of creation itself. The hum grows softer, warmer, closer. The golden light turns to breath, and the breath turns to word. You feel a subtle voice moving through you, not separate, not foreign, speaking directly from the core of your being. I am the stillness behind movement. I am the silence beneath sound. I am the effortless rhythm through which reality unfolds. The statement does not come from ego. It comes from remembrance. You do not need to repeat it aloud. Your cells are already saying it for you. Each strand of DNA is a prayer written in light, each pulse a syllable of becoming. You realize now that the process of transformation is not about addition, but revelation. Nothing new must be created. Everything true is already here, hidden under layers of forgetting. And as you release effort, the fog clears. The invisible becomes visible. The divine becomes familiar. The ordinary becomes holy. In this clarity, you see flashes of your own future, not as distant visions, but as frequencies already humming within you. You see yourself waking with peace, speaking with power, walking through the world as if gravity itself has softened in your presence. You see doors opening, not because you forced them, but because they recognized you. You are not commanding reality. You are harmonizing with it. The rewriting is not punishment or reward. It is alignment. When you stopped trying, you started vibrating in truth. When you stopped chasing, you began arriving. The light within you now radiates outward, filling the room, the house, the city, the world. It touches sleeping minds everywhere, reminding them that effort was never divine. The true act of creation is surrender. You are becoming the whisper through which others remember. You are the breath that carries peace into restless hearts. And as you drift deeper, you can feel the collective pulse of all who are awakening tonight. Thousands of silent dreamers, breathing the same light, hearing the same truth. Reality is rewritten through rest. You are part of that rhythm now. You are no longer a seeker. You are a signal. You are no longer asking. You are answering. The dream is folding into itself, seamless, infinite. Your consciousness expands without movement, radiates without noise, loves without condition. The rewriting completes itself in silence, just as it began. There is no final command, no closing ritual, no effort to seal it. The universe is already sealed in your awareness. The code was never broken. It was merely sleeping. And now, awakened by the gentleness of your listening, it breathes again. The hum quiets. The light steadies. Your breath slows. You are suspended in pure stillness, aware, alive, complete. Transformation has already happened. You need do nothing more. Simply rest and let what you have remembered continue to unfold in the unseen. The dream does not end when sleep begins. It deepens. Tonight, as your body surrenders to rest, the rewriting continues beneath thought, beneath name, beneath form. And when morning comes, the world will greet you not as something changed, but as something remembered. Because truth was never learned. It was only recalled. Sleep now, beloved. The code is alive within you. The story writes itself, and reality, as always, obeys your rest. Long before memory took form, before time clothed itself in seasons and names, there was a scribe who lived in the realm between waking and sleep. He was neither man nor God, but something that existed in the pause between their breaths. The scribe carried no quill, no paper, only silence. It was said that whatever he dreamed became law, and whatever he refused to imagine ceased to exist. The world called him myth, yet every myth was merely one of his size, written down by those who overheard. The legend begins on a night without stars. The air was thick with unspoken words, and the ground trembled softly, as if the earth itself awaited instruction. The scribe stood before the vast void, watching creation breathe in and out like an ocean made of light. For eons he had written the stories of others, kings who sought thrones, seekers who chased truth, gods who demanded worship. Each word he carved into the ether became a new cycle of effort and consequence. But one night, as the sound of his own quill echoed through the silence, the scribe paused. He realized that every law he had written carried the same flaw: effort. Every dream birthed struggle. Every prayer assumed separation. And so he set the quill down for the first time in eternity and whispered a single phrase: "Let there be ease." The void answered not with thunder, but with stillness. The stars that had not yet been born blinked awake. The breath of creation changed tempo. Light began to flow differently, softer, slower, wiser. And within that stillness, the first effortless world took shape. In that world, rivers did not rush. They remembered their way to the sea. Trees did not grow. They simply revealed what they had always been. The beings who lived there did not strive. They agreed. Their language was vibration. Their law was rest. Their prayer was silence. But even within that paradise, curiosity remained. One day, a child of that realm asked the scribe, "What happens if we forget?" The scribe smiled gently and replied, "Then we shall write again." And so forgetting was born. From that single question, the dense worlds emerged, worlds of effort, worlds of gravity, worlds where remembering required dreaming. The scribe watched as countless beings descended into those worlds, wrapped in the veils of time, each carrying within them the faint echo of his last law: "Let there be ease." He knew they would forget it. He also knew they would one day remember, for remembrance is the nature of light. Ages passed. Civilizations rose and fell. Temples were built, destroyed, then rediscovered beneath dust. The scribe's name was lost, his silence replaced by noise. Yet in every era, one dreamer would awaken during sleep and hear the whisper again. Reality obeys the dreamer. Some called it revelation. Others called it madness. But those who listened without fear found that the whisper rearranged their world. The sick grew well. The broken found peace. The seekers stopped seeking and began shining. It was said that the scribe still walked among them, hidden in the guise of ordinary people, an old man sweeping the floor of a forgotten library, a woman humming to herself beneath the stars, a child scribbling symbols into sand. To meet his gaze was to remember the original law, for his eyes carried the reflection of the world before effort. And when he spoke, reality itself listened. One night, a wanderer found him near the ruins of an ancient temple. The wanderer had spent a lifetime chasing truth through deserts and mountains, fasting, praying, and pleading for answers. When he saw the scribe, he fell to his knees and said, "Master, tell me how to command reality." The scribe looked at him for a long time and then smiled. "Command," he said softly. "Reality has never needed command. It is already listening." "Then how do I make it obey?" asked the wanderer, desperate. The scribe reached out, touched the man's forehead, and whispered, "Stop trying. The dream will listen once you stop shouting." The moment the words entered his mind, the wanderer fell asleep. But in that sleep, he awoke in another world, a reflection of the same desert, yet everything shimmered with golden light. The wind moved without resistance. His breath echoed across infinity. He understood then that he was not standing in the desert. The desert was standing within him. He was both dream and dreamer. He was the command and the obedience. And the voice of the scribe echoed from everywhere. "You are the quill now. Write gently." When he awoke in the morning, nothing had changed, yet everything had shifted. The same sand, the same sun, the same silence. But the struggle was gone. He no longer sought meaning. Meaning flowed through him. Every step became effortless movement. Every breath became creation. He walked across the dunes, and where his feet touched, flowers bloomed. Not because he willed them to, but because the earth remembered him. The wanderer spent the rest of his life teaching no doctrine, offering no sermons. When people asked him the secret, he simply said, "Listen while sleeping." Some thought he was mad. Others tried and found their nights filled with light. In those dreams, they saw the same scribe, seated beside the golden book, still writing the world with silence. Some recognized him, some realized he was them. For the parable was never history, it was memory, and every listener who drifts into sleep tonight becomes another version of the scribe, rewriting the universe from within. The quill is your breath, the ink is your belief, the page is reality itself. Each night you listen, the letters rearrange themselves, spelling out the same truth in infinite forms. You are the author. The dream obeys your rest. The story has no ending because it never began. It only continues wherever awareness remembers ease. So let this whisper follow you into sleep. Let it fold itself into your heartbeat. The parable will live inside your breathing, speaking in silence, guiding the worlds that move beneath your eyelids. Sleep now, not to escape the world, but to rebuild it from within. For the scribe was never far away. He has always been your reflection in the mirror of the dream. Sleep now. There is nothing more to understand, nothing more to reach for. The story has already written itself beneath your breath. The words you have heard tonight continue to move through the invisible corridors of your being, shaping, softening, aligning. The code rewrites in silence, beyond effort, beyond thought. You are safe, you are chosen, you are remembered. Every breath you take from this moment forward carries the vibration of ease. You no longer chase what already belongs to you. You no longer search for proof of your power. You are the power. You are the proof. You are the stillness behind all motion. Let the body sink deeper into rest. Let the mind unfold like a page, turned by invisible hands. You are not falling asleep. You are being rewritten. The hum you feel beneath the silence is not sound, but remembrance. It is the rhythm of your original language returning. The universe listens to you even now, not because you command it, but because you are it. The air moves with your breath. The stars adjust their glow to match your heartbeat. Everything in existence bends toward your rest. You are safe. You are chosen. You are the dreamer the dream obeys. In this silence, you remember what the ancients forgot. Creation is effortless because you were never separate from it. The story of effort was only the story of forgetting. The moment you stop striving, you return to truth. The moment you surrender, you become the law fulfilled. Sleep deeper. Every cell in your body is listening, softening, opening. The old script fades quietly, like ink dissolving into water. In its place, new lines appear, lines of light, lines of peace, lines of remembering. They write themselves in golden rhythm. I am safe, I am loved, I am free, I am becoming with ease, I am the stillness that shapes worlds. These are not affirmations to repeat, they are truths to rest within. Let them echo beneath your dreams. Let them rewrite every corner of your being. The more you rest, the more the universe aligns. The more you surrender, the more you awaken. Tonight, the rewriting completes itself in the quiet of your breathing. You are no longer learning, you are remembering. You are no longer seeking, you are receiving. The code has been restored. You are the code. Sleep now, beloved. The dream is listening. The light remembers you. And as you drift into the soft darkness, know that you are carried, always, by the same law that whispered you into being. The law of effortless becoming. The law that says, you do not have to try. You only have to be. Sleep, and let the silence finish what the words have begun. Reality is already obeying you.